Hi Catherine, thought I'd take you for a walk which is one of Hamish's and my favourite walk. Now, a bit of pre-warning, you might see Hamish rush off after a squirrel. I think the squirrels are perfectly safe because there's loads and loads of trees. If you see him disappear into the distance, that's what he's after, not a bird. Okie doke. So, one of my favourite walks that I do with Hamish, through this wooded section. First part would have been ideal for me as a kid, and others have already made little jumps for bikes. Brought some carpet for getting grip and stopping erosion, I guess, but they've done a fairly good job. There's a little den at the far end we've just come from, but see Hamish is wandering around. But this walk always makes me happy. Sort of happy place to come to with Hamish. He can't get a full out sprint on many occasions, but he has short, sharp ones after these elusive squirrels. I must bring a bag next time to pick up some of the litter. That's for another day. But it always makes me think of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit when I'm wandering around there. Not that I think I'm myself as a hobbit, although others may name me other characters from that said film. Very precious. Anyway, I just like the mossy ground. At this time of year with all the leaves down as well, it starts to look quite nice, but can be a bit slippy underfoot. I've not fallen over today, so that's not too bad. So I just love looking at all the trees, the different shapes, and they all meld together, and then the roots coming out and around the rocks. I assume it was an old quarry of some description based on various potholes, but this one especially reminds me of Lord of the Rings and various chases and sword fights, which no doubt I would have done as a child. Various different routes to take. All end up in the same point. But, this is one of the areas which I think they probably took a load of stone out of at some point. It'd be nice to bring you here, but unfortunately not going to happen, is it? So I thought I would do a video for you instead. And some fungus on the trees. I think that tree's got long for this world. But they're all very gnarly, and lots of moss on the rocks and on the trees and lichen. No grey beards on the birch though, no hanging moss. Just the sphagnum moss on the bottom. But just love that. Look at the shape of that tree. All very good for climbing. At one point I would have done it. I think I would end up back in hospital these days. There's just seen a squirrel, trying to work out how he can get to it, which he won't. You find it, Hamish? That was the path we could have taken. Anyway, we didn't. So as I say, they all end up in the same point. you get a good view through the tree canopy. And opens up a bit, and they've obviously taken down some trees to allow the walking, or some branches anyway, at trees. All the bracken is dying off or dead already. Makes it nice and brown with just the brambles to look out for, and the occasional holly bush. Once again, decision point, but we'll not take that, we'll take the lower route this time. And more of the same. Little den for kids that used to play in there. That one's not got any littering, like. In fact, I haven't been playing recently. More routes to watch out for. Don't think I'll be running through here particularly quickly. Be a bit slippy, especially with the wetness that there is at the moment. It's always different though. I always see different trees and picture different things. And moving up into a little glade. This is my favourite point coming up, which actually, see the tree stump there? That used to hang over and used to duck underneath the tree to get over this. There is a bypass, but anyway, they've removed the tree stump or branch. More roots. So I don't know whether the video is going to come out. It's going to be very unbumpy. Perhaps I need to do it with a GoPro so I get some better buffering, so it's not so bouncy. But we'll see. At least you'll get some form of impression of what Hamish and I have been up to. There he is again. He's not really shot off on this occasion, although he did twice on the way out. He obviously has warned the squirrels up to disappear. And, down the hill. And when we come out, you'll recognise where we are, because this is where we've come a couple of times in the chair. But, I really enjoyed the view from here as well, so let's see, we're coming down to the road. And we went off down that way to the house, and that's where we're heading.